Can we watch KMV4?
Kwete Tharaka County tubatethie, kwete Embu County tubatethie, kwete Isiolo County tubatethie, ukorea kirundu kia thina kia pubate kia kuewa itokwenda kinya tukweana hapo sana didi wewe ndio governor na program Kerundu keke pumbate program wetu okolea matwe murungu wake tuetera tutetera muntu nonto kerundu ke anto bembe beku atoteokenda beku erwa kerundu ke wikireti makire bagwa tokolea kabisa mathina yaba ya
We can stop there. Thank you. Honorable Governor, that is your deputy governor.
Yes.
He's making certain remarks about the Okolea program.
Yes.
What is he saying?
He's saying that the Okolea program is a poverty program. They have refused it in their area. The area
which area is that?
That is Egembe South, where he comes from.
So he's telling members of his ward to reject the
poverty program, that is Okolea, and they should not be ready to receive anything in terms of Okolea. And Honorable Speaker, to add to this, for the last 12 years, I've been doing the Okolea, and this gave me favor before God. And my deputy governor, who was just a prison askari, God gave us favor because of this program. And out of the program that raised him from being askari to His Excellency the Deputy Governor of Meru, is the same person that is seen on video, the campaigning or demeaning the same program that God used to give us favor before men and women.
And he continued, and we watch KMV 15. 15. That video was played yesterday, but for your sake, can you explain what the youths are chanting, led by your deputy governor?
That is my deputy governor with some youths from his area saying that Kawira doesn't have a home. She only does prostitution in the county. And they are praising him and warming him up to be the governor or take over the position of the governor of Meru. And that is exactly what has been happening to our members of parliament, including the senator or deputy senator of this house. They have started warming him up to be the governor and take charge because I'm just a woman.
before them.
Thank you. It got worse by slaughtering of a cow that you had donated. Can we watch KMV 16? Confirm whether that's the same cow you had donated and to whom had you donated the cow. We can stop there. Thank you. Thank you. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I see like the cow is still alive as it's being slaughtered.
Yes.
Was that the cow you had donated?
Yeah, we were in the area of the Igembe South, and then we identified the old woman who was to be given the cow as it was entering into the field. Then they took the cow, slaughtered it just before us.
And they are singing the same song, but they're also making other remarks. What are the other remarks?
Before I say about the other remarks, is that hiyo ng'ombe ilikuwa imebeba ndama ya miezi 6. And then they are saying that the same way they have slaughtered or killed the cow is the same way they will do to Kawira Mwangaza.
Thank you. We can have the video removed from the screen. That has not also been the only thing. You have also been accused of not being a proper Meru. Are you aware of that fact? What? That you have been accused of not being a proper original Meru, therefore unfit to lead?
Yes, they have been accusing me of not being a Merian, but a Kikuyu.
Thank you. Let's first watch KMV 5. You will make those explanations.
Ina ide Kawira Mwangaza aita wajuona kuna vya lidhaini ina aita muhule hello Kawira umme mweko bati tuapa imwa tuapa miete hemo tuapa mero ni tokere ya ume mwana wao au tupita kabilao.
What is the Honorable Member of Parliament saying in respect to your ethnicity?
He says that the father of Kawira Mwangaza is a Kikuyu from Kirithaine by the name Jogona, and the mother is Mogore from Kikuyu, and they don't want to be ruled by a Kikuyu in Meru, That's why they want to change to get a real Marian, who is Peter Katirau Munya, the first governor.
Thank you, Madam Kawira. Is it then your evidence before this Senate that pressure has been asserted on members of County Assembly to ensure your removal from office on charges that do not hold any water?
Pressure has been mounted to members of County Assembly of Meru by the same leaders, as we have seen, and they had no option apart from adopting an impeachment motion where they were forced to sign and impeach.
Can we watch KMV 11 on the nature of that threat and whether the MCAs indeed succumbed to the pressure?
Na bunduki ila inacho chiando icha kuromba. Baate menyato ibya mene ola ugatwira mbazi ni kiraitu. Na ndiro ruria ndo akiraitu na bunduki cia bako rombete ri. Ukarwa na ukarwa soka bunduki ndo ya bunduki. Dole ntore ka umogira bunduki cia cia yundie. Bange ba ibya mene no menya ataduri yake ama. Okiro jando no menya bunduki ila inacho cia kuromba bati kwa very careful. Wakara.
Is that the same Saul turned Paul, going back to being Saul?
What DMK Kiogora is telling the public is that because I was elected as an independent governor, I've been operating with hired guns. And now Mitheka Rintori has taken his own, Kiraito has taken his own, so I'm left without any weapon to fight, and I should be very careful because they have withdrawn their support as the leaders of political parties or as the senior most people in their parties.
That is barely 3 weeks after DMK Kiogora had been seen dancing, praising you, and saying that he will defend you and will reject any influence from above.
It was like 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Let us watch then 3E.
Ilo tokuwa batu ilo tuikiama kia UDA no tuthugani. Withdraw support tu tukwete mwanga kwa majority rinda to withdraw. As nini manjo jondo to kulidire kire ku support kira assembly tuikiama. No to withdraw membership betu na bati ku support kaire.
Thank you. Who is the person speaking in that video and what is he saying?
Is the Honorable Senator, Deputy Speaker of this Honorable House, and he's saying that he might withdraw or is ending to withdrawing support of UDA members from being part and parcel of my agenda of development in Meru County.
Was that withdrawal, threat to withdraw, made a reality?
Indeed, after I spoke that, after 3-4 days, it was made a reality.
Let us watch KMV9 on whether that support was actually withdrawn. KMV9.
Must prevail. Number 9, we officially withdraw our support from the governor due to recent events and our proven inability to lead effectively. Our deaf honorable members are instructed not to in any way associate with the governor in person, Honorable Bishop Kawira Mwangaza. Number 10, we express support for the impeachment of Governor Kawira Mwangaza for the best interest of the people of Meru County and commit ourselves without reservation to this cause, which we commence forthwith. Number 11, We support CS Honorable Medical Intourist political leadership and endorse the proposal to make him the county's spokesperson for a unified voice of Meru County. Number 12, we applaud the newfound unity among political leaders except Governor Kawira Mwangaza for the sake of peace and development.
Thank you. KMV8, I think that is self-explanatory. KMV8. KMV8.
I've been given instructions by our SG, who is Honorable Kanini Kega, that as Jubilee, forthwith, I'm going forward with Jubilee withdraws its support to one Honorable Kawira Mwangaza.
Kabla December tutakuwa na gavana mwingine mpya, kwa sababu hii ni kitu tulianza kitambo na tulianzia hapa. Kwa hivyo tuna vita na wewe gavana kwa hili ya kuonana.
Those are members of County Assembly, and with them is one member of National Assembly. I think he has spoken in Swahili and English. There is no need to emphasize. Was there a press conference formally by other parties to withdraw their support? And I'm looking at KMV10, and I think that is my last video on this issue of withdrawal. KMV10.
In this county, we have decided forthwith to withdraw the support within and outside the assembly that we have given our governor. Number 3, we have resolved to start a fresh impeachment motion to the governor of Meru, one Honorable Bishop Kawira Mwangaza, and we have already signed, appended our signatures, the 27 of us who form or comprise the Kenya Kwanza caucus in the county assembly in preparation for a fresh impeachment motion.
Thank you.
The one that came last year.
We can stop there. Thank you. Madam Governor, you have seen series of press conferences by various leaders of county assembly, all seeking to withdraw their support. Were the timings of these press conferences within the same period of time?
It was within the same period of time.
Can you remember the month?
I think it's not more than 2 months ago.
That is the month of September?
Yes.
What do you attribute towards the sudden change of heart from you being their darling, being a performer, being their mother, to now castigating you in the manner they are doing, to the extent of them withdrawing support? Is there anything gross you did to provoke them, to the best of your knowledge?
I did totally nothing. And from the last clip, you can hear the mover of the motion saying that around 27 of them have already signed an impeachment that they are proposing to have. So they signed way back even before. That is what he has said. Number 2, the pressure from members of national government, some few elites, leaders, some few leaders of political parties, the deputy speaker of this honorable house, before God, I want to say they are misleading our MCAs.
Thank you. Governor, it got to the extent that even in the performance of your official duties, you were threatened and barred from performing that which you are allowed to do under the Constitution. Is that true?
Yes.
Can we watch KMV6 and tell us where you are, what you're doing, and what happened? You can pause there for a minute. We see you clearly there, Honorable Governor, and there is a young gentleman speaking. Tell us what he's saying and what you are doing in that event and exactly where you are.
That is an event done by the county government of Meru. The county assembly passed a budget for us to take care of the disadvantaged mamas in our community, and that program is dubbed as 1 cow per 1 poor family. We go around the villages, we have a committee to vet and see the most vulnerable person in that certain area. We take a cow to the area and give or donate as government to that particular person that has been vetted by a committee that includes the area chief.
Thank you. So this is not part of your Okolea program for clarity purposes.
This is not part of my Okolea program. My Okolea program we usually do on Sunday afternoon, and this is an official duty, a program that has county government employees and done purely by the county government of Meru. 1 cow per 1 poor family.
Was there any commotion or violence in that event?
There was no commotions. We started with the prayers, as you can see, and we went silently, we did not even advertise. Those are just the neighbors that saw what is happening and came just to see.
You confirm this was in the homestead of one of the poor Meru women?
It is in the homestead of the beneficiary.
Thank you. Can we watch that clip again from the beginning all through to the end?
Gavana, Zargani, nazoka na wewe? Kuja tuongee. Ngoja tu tuongee.
Kiangalia hapa hizi.
Tuende pole pole. Wewe watu watoke. Unapata dakika 10 tu peke yake hapa. Watu watoka waende. Mtoke muende.
Unaenda.
Mtoke muende. Hapa tunataka kwanza vita. Mtoke muende.
Amenibebea nini?
So madam, what there is?
Amenibebea nini?
That is the question. Nimeongea na yeye.
So, Madam Governor, this is an official function of the head of the county. Why are the police disrupting your function?
The same leaders. It doesn't specifically mention the leader that understands him, but now the influence from the national leaders led to this.
So were you able to complete your donation on that day?
I was not able to complete because it was stopped. And then when they said that we leave, we tried to explain. After 3 good hours in that vehicle, when people came surrounded the vehicles. That is the time the officer said that it was a mistaken identity.
Mistaken identity. But isn't the officer calling you by your title when he comes?
Yes, he's calling me Governor Kuja. Governor Kuja.
You actually pleaded with him to allow you to finish.
Kamwambia ngoja nimalize, akasema hapana. We have 10 minutes here. Kuja.
And everyone was dispersed.
Everyone was dispersed.
That was, if I'm not wrong, a day or two before the impeachment. Can you remember the actual date?
I think a day before impeachment.
A day before impeachment.
And that clip is not complete, counsel.
Yes.
I think we've not heard the officer saying as to why he had come to arrest me.
You can tell us because you are present. We may not have the benefit of the full video, but kindly, because it is a first-hand experience, tell us the explanation you got from the officer as to why he was seeking to interrupt your official function.
The officer was the area OCS, and then when people came in big numbers, the other bosses came along, and then he was asked to allow me go, and then he also apologized before everyone that it was a mistaken identity, and I forgive him.
Thank you. You have been accused of vilifying leaders. We have seen WhatsApp messages, you making certain utterances on WhatsApp groups, and even in 1 or 2 political rallies through the videos that were produced. Number one, have you vilified the leaders in Meru? Have you in any way vilified, demeaned the leaders in Meru?
I have not vilified any leader in Meru.
There was a particular comment you made on Facebook, on WhatsApp group, regarding the deputy governor. And you said, ujinga sita kubali. What were you talking about?
I was talking about him having or gathering young men, going around demeaning the governor and calling me a prostitute.
Was that a fair reaction, considering what we have seen? Was it expected of any human being to react and defend herself in the wake of such attacks?
Honorable Speaker, I'm not an angel. You must have feelings.
Thank you. Let us go briefly to the responses, and I believe you have answered to all the allegations in your notice, in your response that you first alluded to. You have answered, confirm that you have answered.
Yes, I have answered.
Satisfactorily to all the charges.
I have answered.
I want us to look at the first count, misappropriation and misuse of county resources. You came here and you also invited at the county assembly to answer to specific allegations, correct?
Yes.
Those specific allegations in respect to embezzlement and misuse of funds are found at 10A and B. Confirm?
Yes.
Embezzlement is A, withdrawal of county funds is B.
Yes.
Those were the only particulars of the allegations that you are invited to respond to.
These are the only particulars.
So then you could not have responded to anything outside what was framed.
I responded to the particulars or the charges.
Let me read to you. Embezzlement of county funds through the governor's sisters, Rose Kinya, Miriam Gwantai, Kenneth Gwantai, Nefat Kenywa, Edwin Morangedi. We will not go into whether they are your relatives or not, because we did that in another forum. Was there any table of particulars to indicate how much money Rose Kenya received, when they received them, how they have not accounted in A and B, because that is the only place where we see the particulars. Do you see any particular place where you are told Rose received this much, Miriam received this much, Nefat received this much, Kenneth received this much, Edwin received this much? Do you see that in the particulars?
There is no specific way or amount of money that is allocated to every person that the name appears in this accusation.
What instead they did is to throw a bush of infamous extracts and told you to look at those infamies, identify where Rose is, where Miriam is, Kenneth is, Nefat, Edwin. Is that what they did? Just giving you an infamous extract?
Just an infamous extract, to do it by myself, extract maybe the amount of money for Miriam, for Rose, for Kenneth, for Nefat.
Is there any mention in A and B where the amount of 78 million is mentioned to have been, that you are able to respond specifically to what you are facing?
There is nowhere a figure of 78 million is being indicated in this, as for the Miriam, Rose, Mutahi, and the rest.
Apart again from the infamous extract?
It is only the infamous extract. Nothing else.
You have also seen the basis of their complaint. It is another complaint by Salesio Mutuma, who tables his own computation and files it with EACC. Is that correct?
Salesio Mutuma is an activist. He files a report to EACC, and the county assembly uses the same report that has been taken to the EACC by Salesio to accuse me of embezzlement of county funds. Nothing else apart from the report by Salesio Mutuma.
So then, even as you're making this response, Madam Governor, it is only out of abundance of caution that you supply the Senate